Oh, minus Fox Knight. So again, I'm at Fox. This is episode 4 of Batman, Cape Crusader, the Night of the Hunters. Which, it's funny watching this because it's like I'm getting the Batman flashbacks again. Which again, it's the whole idea that it's the beginning of Bats. But pretty much, to summarize this real quick, the mayor is not liking the picture of that Bats beating the shit out of Bullock. And so he tells Gordon, you're either make a task force, get this guy arrested, or your badge. And Gordon's like, fine, I'm gonna put Montoya as the lead on the task force. We're gonna try to catch this Batman. Even though he would much rather, try to find the actual criminals and not a dude who's, trying to clean up the city. So, task force happens. Bullock and Flash are not happy about them not being the ones to lead it. And Gordon straight says, like, you idiots are the reason this is happening. You guys are the ones that got the shit kicked out of you. I'm not giving you a present for that. So, no. So then, let's see here. So then pretty much after that, yeah. So then after that, they do the whole sting operations where they have one. It's going to be a commercial.
Come on. I know these buildings. This used to be my beat. Goes to the laundry room. What?
A whole bunch of sting operations going on where they have people getting mugged and all this other stuff when it's all just cops doing it to try to trick Bats. They're trying to trick Bats to get him to pop up. And it kind of works at one point. Like, he sees through most of them except for this last one where he grabs the boat and then turns out they're cops, but he's able to escape before anyone finds him. Yuri Lothal also is, like, voicing so many characters in this. Also, I love it's been a minute since I've heard a cartoon saying calling all cars. I think of the Mickey Mouse cartoon where he's super small when he goes through the looking glass. This is funny because this Batman, like I've seen recently like Bats that are okay with using guns. Mind you, I say Batman shouldn't use guns, but in a what if story, sure, like the Doom that came to Gotham. Bruce's parents weren't killed by a gun; they were killed by mugging / stabbing. So him having an aversion to guns at that point, no. This one, I believe he still has an aversion to guns, but he did not have an aversion to running people the fuck over, or at least hitting them with his car. Also, this guy keeps popping up taking pictures. Let's see, is it right here? It is an interesting thing too that I kind of wonder. Okay, wait, hold on, because he's like, oh, okay, let's go faster. He said, let's play chicken. I win. This Bats is fun. But also, like, so the cops are doing all of this to try to catch Bats. Bats is like, by God, I'm just trying to help people. Leave me the hell alone. And eventually, like, this all fails. They don't catch Bats. Also, this reporter pops up twice. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I don't want to be I just want these ones to be kind of quick, so I don't want to be like going to the computer and stuff like that right now. Let me see. Yeah, she kind of gives like a low. She kind of looks like Lois Lane a bit, like old fashioned Lois Lane. So I don't know. Maybe we're gonna get old timey Superman, but damn it, Gordon. Anyways, Commissioner, what is it? You know, bad publicity. The mayor is mad. Gordon goes to make coffee and then just finds bats here. It is also again like something like I don't know if it's refreshing. I don't know. I already said refreshing before, but like this feels like a Bats who is just starting out. Because there is a point later in this where, okay, so pretty much after this whole debacle and stuff like that, Montoya brings in. Look, Commissioner Gordon's played by Commissioner Gordon. I don't know if you can see that. Also, how did I mention this before for episode 2? They just straight fixed the police station after it was blown up by the Penguin. So, Montoya calls in Harley because apparently Barbara knows Harley and they know each other and there's kind of a thing going on. It seems like Harley brings up like, oh yeah, he's definitely has some issues, probably some fetishes. I'm like, what? Also, her college professor, Dr. Crane, aka the Scarecrow. So most likely, so it gets Harley to get into this, which I'm sure Harley's already connecting the dots and like, oh shit, this is Bruce Wayne. That's because I spoilers I guess for the next episode. You see Harley as the thumbnail for it, so. But I'm trying to think now. But yeah, Harley. Yeah, they bring in Harley for this, and Harley pretty much says like, "What do you see?" He really has a thing for stopping these people, especially the ones that are costumed and like have a gimmick. Probably because it reminds him of himself. And Flask and Bullock go like, "I got an idea. We have Firefly locked up right now. He has a costume and all that. We're gonna grab Firebug, whatever. We're gonna grab him." Just release him, make it look like one of us got beat up, and then like that'll track the bat, and it works. It does set a building on fire. Also, I will say like even though like Bullock and Flask are like definitely corrupt cops in this, but I say Flask and Bullock are definitely corrupt cops. Don't get me wrong. But I also do kind of like that it seems like Flask also, like, he's like, that's my partner. I'm going to make sure we're going to, you and me, we got this kind of thing. I'm like, okay, like, it's weird, like, there's, like, quote-unquote honor between them. It's not just, like, yeah, they're corrupt as shit, but, like, there's also the honor between them, which I'm like, okay, I kind of like that. Also, I'm pretty sure I've heard Gary Anthony right here, who plays Firefly. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Out of the Shadows, Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. I don't feel at home. The Dark Knight Returns. In either case, I'm pretty sure I've heard his voice. I'm sure I hear a few times, but. And also, you see that this guy has a mental order where, like, when he puts on his glasses, he sees the world on fire. He's like, they're calling for the flames. Sets the place on fire. It is kind of horrific. Sets the place on... Him seeing all that. Sets the place on fire. Calls in bats. Gordon already knows what Flask and them are doing. It is funny, though, that in this world of comic book superheroes and all that, the most, like... the most, like, nonsensical thing is that, like, just a bunch of people are just running around inside this burning building filled with smoke without covering their face or trying to, like, not inhale the smoke and stuff. Even at one point, where Bats here is fighting some of the cops that bust in, he does this.
Everyone, listen up.
Let's see.
No one else goes in. Is that clear? Yes, sir.
Wait, is it? Okay, it's here. So yeah, he goes, knocks out the cops, tells them to leave, and then he jumps out of a window. I believe it's called a backdraft. You don't do this. You don't jump out. You don't break a window when there's a fire in the house. Unless you have protected stuff. Because here's the thing. Fire eats air, which, is why people can suffocate in a fireplace, place on fire, stuff like that, as well as, smoke inhalation, all that. So, if you break a window in a building that has fire, it's kind of like when you open a door on one side of your house and it pops the door in the back of your house. Kind of like that, but now fire. And that fire now getting a lot more air from that one new opening that suddenly just busts in a bunch of new air and just sets the building even more on fire. Like, it's like, holy hell. Which also, it is, again, something along the lines of, this is the early Bats, because I think the only gadget he has is his grappling hook. Because he sure as hell doesn't have a fire extinguisher on him. And it is kind of like... It's kind of like the purest form of Batman, if you kind of think about it. Because here's how we always see Batman. Even like this. Well, it's always, but you know what I mean. Like, always see Batman. He's gadget up. He's prepared for everything, all this stuff. This Bats isn't really. Like at best, he has a grappling hook, and that's it. Grappling hook and skills to fight, and that's it. Like, there's no tools that he has, really. There's no, okay, I have a tiny thing to shut off, to smother the flames or anything like that. It's really just... Wait, I guess he does. Does he have a bow at one point? I can't remember when he was fighting with Catwoman. He barely has anything. Actually, I don't know. Think about it too. Has he had even batarangs? That might have been a later thing, because if this is going Golden Age. But, like, it is very much that, like, yes, this guy is just a man in a cape, just trying to fight crime. Like, it's nothing like Superman where, he had at least superpowers, or Bats later. Like, yeah, he can do this because he has all this money to be able to do all this. This Bats is literally just the guy. Like, and like the thing is too, like when he fights the cops and you see the cops pull out their guns and like, there's the citizens behind him. Like, if you're a Batman fan, someone who's seen a shit ton of Batman stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and guess you would already think, okay, he's gonna jump in front of the kids and the citizen and protect them with his bulletproof cape. And it's like, oh, wait, no, he doesn't have a bulletproof cape. That thing is just damn cloth. Run. So he has to dodge bullets and everything. This definitely is like the most, I would say, back to street level, but like, I'm trying to think of that too, because people always say because Batman, 100% is a street level superhero. He's not like some big galactic one, like let's say Superman and stuff like that. But it is funny that like he is one of the most popular like heroes and all that stuff. And like people say like, yeah, he can beat anybody with time. It's like, shut up. But like this, very much, he is the most street hero right here. Where it's like street crime is as high as he can go because by God, I don't know if they'll introduce anyone with powers, but holy hell if they do. But yeah, Bats. I don't know who this guy is. But in either case, Gordon runs in with Montoya. Eventually, Bullock and Flash eventually find this guy, which also, again, just the art style is so great. The simple colors and lines. Firefly runs out of gas. Flash and Bullock find him. Flash says, if we turn him in, he's going to say how he got out. So they shoot him. One dude takes a picture. The one reporter guy takes a picture. Later on in the paper, it's like, oh, hero cops did this, saved the day. And it's like, yeah, no. Like, okay, so, and that's pretty much the mayor then putting them in front of the task force. But also, while this is all going on, before that at least, Gordon finds Bats with some kids. They eventually are able to escape Gordon helping because he knows the place. Gordon covers for Bats. And then at the very end of it all, the whole thing with that Montoya's kind of kicked off the task force, I think, and Gordon's mad that the mayor now has taken, over the task force kind of by giving it to Bullock and Flash, and Gordon also is Gordon was right when he said like, oh yeah, they're gonna want my badge, so this is and also we do see when Bats breaks in and escapes from the police custody and all that there is the signal already on top of the building. They just need to add a bat to it. But yeah, so this is the start of Gordon and Bats becoming friends because Gordon now knows that he's a good guy and that the reason why he's doing all this. But
It's okay, kiddo. I'm not licked yet.
But yeah, this is a pretty good one. I definitely want to see why Harley's going to go quote unquote evil next episode. I gonna go ahead and guess because she straight like psychoanalyzed Bats and knows like, oh yeah, 100%. Like if I dress up as a supervillain and do some stupid shit, he's gonna pop up. So gonna be excited to see that. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you videos I've done, links are on my face, subscription buttons are on there somewhere. Please check out all my other videos. Hopefully enjoy this. Also I will say too, like again, I love the Batman. This is probably one of the best animated ones. Yes, animated series is really good also, and I love the ambiance, stuff like that. But I will say, though, I really love the Batman a lot, especially their takes on certain characters. And just the art style and all this alone. Hell, Bat's always having his cape over him, which, again, is the reason why I'm looking at this one. I'm like, God, they could have given him, like, a much longer cape. But, that being said, what am I trying to say here? Batman bats. Shit, I completely lost my train of thought while going off on a tangent. No shit. Bats, licked yet. Oh, Firefly. The Firefly in that. I love that one so much. I've yet to see like this one and like the one that was a Gotham and all that stuff. I've yet to see a Firefly that beats the one in the Batman. Because, yes, he's very different from all the other Fireflies, and that's probably why he's the coolest one. Like, be able to fly around, shoot laser beams and stuff to set things on fire, and still have the whole, like, pyro thing, kind of. So, I don't know, try to incorporate that into more Batman mythos. Come on now. Why have it where he's just a dude with flamethrowers? Give him some cool shit. I don't know. But thanks for watching. If you have videos, hope you enjoy, and we will see you later. This is just a good Batman design.